Am I the butthole for making fun of a woman for being in her 40s and single? This whole saga started because my husband took my last name. A couple weeks ago he got his workplace to change it, and his co-workers found out. About half of them think this is the funniest thing ever and about half are deeply offended. Brenda is in the offended half, and has made that clear. He and I are in a group chat with his co-workers where we organize carpooling during the pandemic. It is very helpful to us, so we can't leave the chat. Since he changed his name, my husband and I have been dealing with a lot of dumb jokes in the chat, which we have been mostly ignoring. Yesterday Brenda, his co-worker, and I got into a bit of a spat. I messaged the group asking if someone could take my husband home since I wouldn't be back from work until late and needed the car. One of his other co-workers agreed, and I thought that was that. Brenda messages the group saying maybe if you spent less time at work and more time being a wife, your husband wouldn't come into work with dirty shirts. I took this as a bad joke initially. My husband is a rural mail carrier, so his shirts look like shirts worn by someone in 90-degree heat on dusty roads. I do wash them, but there's only so much to be done. I could make cleaning those shirts my full-time job and it wouldn't do much. Laughing out loud. Brenda, you won't be married very long if you keep trying to be the man in the relationship. I'd be embarrassed as a wife if I did so little for my husband. Well, I work more hours and pay the bills, so I think he can OxyClean his own shirts if it's so important. Brenda, maybe you should learn to take proper care of your husband or you'll find yourself divorced. I'll let you know when I need relationship advice from someone who is 42 and single. Now apparently Brenda is going around and saying that I mocked her for being single in her 40s. I don't care if someone is single in their 40s, but I think it's absolute bullcrap that she can call me a bad wife but I can't point out she has no frame of reference. Am I the butthole? Reddit? Edit. People keep asking why I need to help arrange rides in the first place. When my husband is out on deliveries he rarely has cell service, so if I find out late that I'm going to be home late I need to be able to reach his co-workers directly. Multiple spouses are in the chat for the same reasons. Edit 2. People are saying that I've hurt my husband's feelings by saying I pay the bills. After reading the exchange he sent me a text saying sometimes I forget you're a hard little bitch who takes no prisoners. I'm so proud lol. He's fine. I asked him just now if my comment about the bills hurt him and he said oh yeah, it's so hard having a hot wife who makes good money. Really tough, pray for me. NTA. I don't even think I need to explain why. She brought this on herself. It's like watching Wile E. Coyote trying to catch the falling anvil only to hold up a little umbrella and a sign saying what am I doing? I love Looney Tunes educational TV at its finest. Now all we have is fail army. I'm watching Looney Tunes right now as I'm reading these comments. Smiley face, smiley face, smiley face. Am I the only one that thinks that original post exercised considerable restraint in all of this? I mean, I would have popped off first thing. That's why I can't be let loose in public. I say all the things. Amen. At that first comment about the shirts I would have clapped back with maybe if you spent less time judging me on my marriage, you could find one of your own. Same. Well, Brenda, I'm sure you'll make some incel quite happy and validated one day, but I didn't really ask you for marriage advice because I don't need it. My husband knew what he'd be getting himself into, and it certainly isn't an episode of Mad Men. In the future, I'd probably be a bit more hesitant to volunteer this kind of unsolicited advice if I were you, especially if it means revealing your outdated and misogynistic opinion to the general public, because frankly I'm a little embarrassed for you, even if you don't realize you should be embarrassed for yourself. Is what I would have shot back with. My therapist has this technique where you confront scary intrusive thoughts by pretending it's a middle-aged lady bitching at you. I call mine Brenda, as in no I'm not going to fling myself off a bridge Brenda. Mind you business. It's very helpful lol. My therapist used to use Trump. That was stupid, why did you do that? You might as well be dead. Fuck you and your wall. I love that. I might start doing the same. Same. All I could think was oh, did you figure all that out in your long and successful marriage? Oh, wait, no, obviously. Whoops. Op just burned her, you on the other hand, napalmed her, then salted the ashes. Also, original post is NTA, seriously, Couldn't come up with something better than what you put. I want to be your friend. I love this. Fellow chaotic good. You're not the only one. Single and judgy made things personal. Maybe if you learn to take proper care of your husband first. As a general rule, you can return fire when fired upon, and original post held her ground admirably. Definitely NTA. By the way, I love it when men take their wives' names, or when couples combine their last names into a new one, as two couples I know have done. I don't think it's a new thing, but it's definitely gaining in popularity, and I believe it's because Millennial and Gen Z guys are more generous and less territorial than men my age and older. I am Gen X. Op and her husband have a great marriage. You love to see it. I say all the things. Amen, sister. You talk. Them mother effers should listen. The husband is a keeper. He's proud of his wife's success, not intimidated by it. I know, right? That really tough, pray for me line just slays. Damn relationship goals, that's what I thought when I read it. What an awesome husband, he's proud of her and not intimidated, I love it. Also original post 100%, not the butthole. I agree with others, you showed considerable restraint. Agreed. Also, you should get screenshots of the whole conversation before she deletes her messages. It may be needed if HR gets involved. If it's WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger or regular messaging, after a certain point even messages you've deleted will still be visible to the group. In FB Messenger, it will say XL_Regal removed this message in place of the bubble where the message once was. So you can still see that something was sent, but the original text isn't visible. NTA, I've carried mail. Your clothes get ran ragged in no time as hard as you can work. That lady has no idea what she's even talking about. She knows what she's talking about. She's trying to get a husband. The op's husband. Ahem. Not the butthole. First thing I thought when I read the post. Same here, was reading comments specifically to see if anyone thinks Brenda would like to have op's husband for herself. OMG, then Brenda would have to take op's last name to be a dutiful little wife. My thoughts, exactly. Yes, I think this is right. I also choose that guy's hot wife who helps with the bills. You were supposed to bring balance to the comment section, usurking_jellybean, not destroy it. Reddit link. Sometimes destruction does bring balance. You have committed a cardinal sin by reposting a well-dead meme. Please wait here while I go get the bell of shame. Memes only die when you stop using them. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Don't expect to insult someone with impunity and cry foul when they give you a taste of their own medicine. Op not the butthole, and Brenda is jealous she can't be a strong independent woman like you and prefers to think her life as a 50s housewife, slave, is better. She completely brought it upon herself. Op was pretty tame on the rude woman. Right? Like how you going to be high and mighty and get upset when someone burns you with the truth. Agreed. Brenda played with fire and got burned royally. Sounds like she needs to learn to mind her own business. NTA. What the heck, Brenda? Mind your own single business. Yeah, Brenda needs to wind her neck in. Sounds like a jealous, bitter one. I've never heard that phrase, but now I need to use it. Thumbs up. It's a British idiom. And a pretty great one. Same, on filing that away. Ditto. Definitely jealous. Brenda probably likes op's husband and is suffering from the female equivalent of nice guy syndrome. Sounds to me like somebody's got a crush on the mailman. Trash talking the wife because she would bring his beer and massage his feet every night. This just gave me the whole not like other girls vibe, albeit in a different context. Brenda be like, op, why can't you just be like the other girls? An original post ain't having it. Yep, 11/10 chance Brenda wants to F op's husband. Rather marry, all else not obligatory, on the same level as washing the shirts, something you have to do to conquer a husband for yourself. Brenda is the pick-me girl. Damn, I didn't think they lived to be 40+ years old. I looked this up because I was unfamiliar with the term. It is exactly what she was doing. I'm sorry. I'm trying. NTA. At all. She came out of left field and started insulting you for no reason. On top of that, she interjected herself into your marriage. Your retort was logical. What business does she have giving people unsolicited marriage advice when she's not in a successful marriage herself? For the future, don't engage. Simply say something like your remarks are inappropriate. I will not lower myself and respond to such comments. Do not speak to me unless you have something relevant to carpooling to say. I did say that to her once after an unsolicited rant about men who change their last names and Manish women, but she didn't stop. You have to keep doing it. Train her out of that butthole behavior like you train a pet. Well. Now I can't get the image of someone spraying a water bottle at her saying no, Brenda, no. Like my mom did with the cat jumping on the counter when I was little. I actually think this is perfect. Make a GIF out of it and post it to the group chat every time she misbehaves. If that doesn't do it, try adding a little bit of lemon juice to the water. Many animals detest citrus. Not sure if you're serious or making a joke about Brenda being an animal lol, but please don't recommend this. Citrus is highly toxic to cats. However, vinegar is just as smelly with no side effects. I jest. We've tried vinegar water before. Unfortunately, our cat has decided the momentary inconvenience is worth doing whatever bad thing would get him spritzed. Sorry, I'm not the greatest at interpreting text. Luckily, all my cat requires is for me to reach for the bottle and he takes off running. He gets highly offended by plain old water. Lol. I do not understand what people's obsession with last names is. My husband and I both just kept our own names. We've been married 7 years and I still get cards and stuff from his family addressed to Mrs. his last name. Apparently I don't love or respect him? And I'm planning on divorcing him. I love that your husband wasn't afraid to take your name and I hope he can avoid bullcrap sexist comments in the future. I took my wife's last name back in 2017. 3.5 years on, she gets letters from the bank addressed to Mrs. my last name. We've clarified twice that she never changed her name, but it still happens. I sometimes feel bad because my mill will send me a birthday card with a check in it, addressed to the wrong name. And it's like I've told you countless times over the years that I kept my own name. Hell, our kid has both names. Why would he have mine if I hadn't kept it? So then I have to say thank you for the check. I don't think I'll be able to cash it though because that's not my name. Oh, it isn't? Every single time. It's like this weird microaggression she can't stop doing. It's either deliberate or it's dementia. It's definitely deliberate. She's the queen of petty. Some other gems. To my husband, too bad you didn't like Jane, she's a doctor. Gave me some of her old rings and asked me to give them to my son when he grows up. Made sure to say I was very thin though, you won't be able to fit in them. I jammed those suckers on just to prove her wrong. Her, have you put on weight? Me, no, I lost weight. Her, what do you weigh? Me, 111 pounds, I'm 5 feet 5 inches. Her, oh well that's not very thin. To husband, in front of me, I guess pretty organist is okay looking but don't you think Sarah is just beautiful? Guessed my dress size to be 3 sizes larger than what I wear. I walked in on a video call and the first thing she said was, oh so I see you're not wearing makeup. Loudly, over the phone, knowing I was in the next room, anyone who voted for Barack Obama is an idiot. I love you but you are going to hell because you're not Catholic. Sounds like you'd fit right in at r/justnormal, Reddit link. One of my favorite subs, my mill has actually come a long way, and thankfully Phil calls her out when she makes comments in front of him but yeah. Whenever they video call now I make sure I'm elsewhere because there's a pandemic so I'm going to be barefaced and in sweats. How is 111 pounds fat? I'd have to cut off both legs and arms. Glad to see your husband and father-in-law stick up for you. I think I was actually underweight for my height going by BMI. I look best at closer to 125 pounds, but of course that's so fat. I once hit 130 and my dad told me I needed to lose 10 pounds. I don't know why people in my life are so obsessed with my weight. When I look at pictures of myself at 111, I don't think I look good at all. My arms look like sticks and my face is so thin. I'm 5 feet 5 inches and hang out around 125 to 130 pounds with a fairly athletic build. When I was 120 pounds, my face was so thin and my ribs and spine would stick out. My BF, friends, and family basically begged me to put on a few pounds, and I agreed. Quarantine has me at 138 pounds, and while a bit pudgy, I'm nowhere close to fat. As long as I can still fit my jeans, I'm happy. When they get tight, I eat a few salads, lol. Your mill sounds like a real winner, lol. How does your husband react to her trying to break up your marriage? She's actually gotten a lot better. Her mother-in-law used to be the same. Both my husband and my father-in-law jump on her when they hear that crap. Last time she visited and she made so many comments about my weight that I finally said, well, my husband's happy with my body, so I'm good, thanks. My father-in-law overheard her and told her she was being a butthole and got her to apologize, lol. That's very classy of you. My petty self would have said something downright nasty like, well, your son still begs to put it in my ass every night, says he likes a little cushion for the pushin', so can you pass the potatoes? Thank you for watching. If you like our videos, please like them on YouTube. And share them with your friends. Please subscribe to be the first to know about Red Rabbit Reader's new videos. We welcome your comments below. Another of our videos will begin shortly.